Spot with David Rodgers. And now, here he is, Mr. Friday Night, the show pony himself, the man, the dream, the legendary David Rodgers.
Good afternoon and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is David Rodgers. Welcome to On the Spot with David Rodgers, the Facebook podcast that comes to you each and every week here on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock. I'm your creator and host, David Rodgers. As you see to my left, we've got the missing Byron Bagwell tonight. He is working, but he will be tuning in here in just a little bit. To my right, I do have the guy that puts all this together for you, all these graphics, all the sound and everything that you get. He is 212 pounds, right, Dave? Roughly 212 pounds? A pretty good guess, wasn't it?
Roughly.
Okay. Of screaming steel and sex appeal, the dancer destroyer himself, Mr. Dave Holland. Dave, say hello to everybody, Dave.
Well, I just got to say thank you, Dave.
Don't worry, anytime, man.
Hello, everybody.
You weren't expecting that one, was you?
No, that was pretty good.
That was a pretty good one. I caught you off guard there. Austin Stevens would be here with us tonight, but he has something else going on. But I do have the weather report, and I do have a special guest tonight. Me and her is going to be involved with something here this coming weekend that we're going to be talking about. It's a car show along with Christmas on Call Street, but we'll get into all that as soon as we bring her on, and that's CC Marie. She's here. She's got a couple of her fur babies there. We're going to get a chance to check them out. We're going to be able to talk about some of the things that she's involved in. With, besides the car show, she's going to be helping us out with this weekend. She's going to be talking about some of the animal things that she's involved in. Big advocate of kittens. Hey, she can help out with dogs. She's
They need it.
Yeah, they do. They do. You know, these poor animals out here in the cold, you just don't know how many of these animals need to be rescued. And we're going to get into that with her here in just a little bit. Again, welcome to the show. We're going to open it up, as we always do, with our prayer, our pledge, and our patriotic quote of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody that's watching at home, if you'll please bow your heads and we'll go into prayer. Our righteous Heavenly Father, let us once thank you again for a wonderful and glorious day you've given us, dear Lord. Thank you for this time that we have with our crew, the On the Spot crew, and the information that we're going to be giving out tonight, that it reaches and touches someone, dear Lord, and it may benefit them and it may help them, dear Lord, but just help us, let us bring that information to them and let them do with that information as they see they need to do. Also, dear Lord, thank you for letting us live in the greatest country in the world today, dear Lord, the United States of America, the most fierce and powerful country in the world today. Thank you for everything that you do for us each and every day. Thank you for our armed forces, each and every one of those men and women that go out and serve our country each and every day to protect us from international and domestic terrorism, dear Lord, and anybody else that wants to hurt us or infiltrate this country, dear Lord. Please keep a hedge of protection over all those men and women, and that you bring them back home safely to their families, and anybody that's coming home, dear Lord, for the holidays, that you put a hedge of protection over them as well. Thank you for our first responders, each and every one of those men and women, dear Lord, that go out each and every day to protect and serve. Yes, that's right, dear Lord. Anything that is fit that needs to be harming us, dear Lord, or anything like that, that they're out there, and we know we can go home safely and sleep in our houses, dear Lord, and we know that if we're in trouble or if we need anything, that we can call each and any one of those men and women, and they'll be out here to help us with whatever situation that may be. Thank you for the working American people that keeps American thriving each and every day, dear Lord. Bless them and keep a hedge of protection over them and bring them back home safely to their families as well. Bless the food that we receive each and every day as it goes to the nourishment of our bodies and our bodies to thy service. Any spoken or unspoken prayer requests, dear Lord, touch each and every one of them. You know what their wants and their needs are, dear Lord. You know what's ailing them, dear Lord. You're the ultimate healer and the ultimate comforter, and you can touch each and every one of them, dear Lord. Again, thank you for this time that we have, dear Lord. Thank you for just letting us do another show. Just thank you for letting us be here. Bless everyone this holiday season, as some is it's rougher than others, dear Lord, and that the people that are having rough times, dear Lord, that you just find a way to touch each and every one of them, and maybe that their dream of having a great, great holiday will come true. Again, thank you for this time. Thank you for the day. Thank you for the rest of the week. And we ask for these things in your Son's name, Jesus Christ. And the congregation says, amen. All right, we're going to go to our pledge now. And Dave, I'm going to ask you tonight, if you don't mind, sir, if you'll lead us in the pledge.
Yes, sir. Give me a second.
Sure.
Seconds up.
Seconds up. All right, yeah, let's do it.
I
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Man, we're right on it, Dave. Thank you so very much for that. Appreciate it. That beautiful red, white, and blue flag. There's nothing prettier in the world than that beautiful flag right there. And a lot of blood has been shed. A lot of lives have been lost because of that red, white, and blue. And that's why we can do this show right now, because, again, we are the most freest and most powerful country in the world today. Yeah, we have our own issues. We have our own problems. We have things that we need to fix. But you know what? With God's healing hand and touching hand and guiding hand, as our founding fathers said when they wrote the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution, guess what? If we can get back to that, we could be the country again, as people used to look at us and knew, hey, when the United States spoke, that we meant it. And we know we'll be there to back you up, or you'll be there to back us up. We was always the ally. Now, we're sort of the enemy to all these people, especially to the Middle East countries. That definitely needs to be fixed. Yeah, big time for sure. And but anyway, again, welcome into On the Spot with David Rodgers. We got a lot of that stuff to get into later on in the show. As I said, we have a special guest, CC Marie's here with us tonight. We're going to be talking about many different things that we have coming up and what she's got coming up as well. But David, we're going to go ahead and get to the quote of the night, if that's all right.
Oh, that'll be just fine.
All right, I'm going to quiz. Are you ready? I'm going to quiz you. All right, here we go. Patriotism is supporting your country. Is supporting your country and what it can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. So patriotism is what? So if you're a patriot, patriotism is supporting your country, what and can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Who said that? President in our lifetime.
In our lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Mine and yours and all of us is lifetime. Yep.
Phew. That young. Kennedy comes to my mind.
Kennedy comes to yours, okay? Rick? Sounds right? Well, y'all would be absolutely correct. It is John F. Kennedy.
Oh.
Yes, it is John F. Kennedy. So, hang on a minute. I've got a phone call coming in. Christopher Davis, how you doing, man? We're doing On the Spot with David Rodgers. You're live. Yes, sir. What? You forgot today was Tuesday. My goodness. All right. Why ain't you tuning in On the Spot with David Rodgers? Because you forgot today was Tuesday and you usually tuning in. What's going on, man? You're live. We're serious. We're on right now. Hey, good luck this week. Am I playing you?
Yes, sir, you are.
Goodness gracious. Well, one of us is going to win the prize then, ain't we?
I hope so.
All right, man. Well, I'll call you after we get done with the show, and tune in, man. We got a lot of things going on, man. I'm going to be talking about a lot of things.
Yes, we're fixing to sign in right now.
Appreciate you, old boy.
Brother, yes, sir.
All right. Bye-bye. That was Chris Davis, ladies and gentlemen. He wanted to call and wish me good luck in my fantasy football league.
Oh, yeah.
I'll play him this week in one of my other leagues. So,
yeah.
So he wanted to wish me good luck in the playoffs and all that stuff. So I'll talk to him about that later. But anyway, yes. So, yes, who was? John F. Kennedy.
Thank you.
That was a good guess, Dave. That was actually, I think you knew that.
I may
I saw
have
him Googling.
subconsciously.
He was
It
Googling
sounded familiar.
It sounded familiar?
Well,
Okay, it did? All right. You didn't Google it, did
He
you?
was definitely Googling.
No, my phone's turned off.
Your phone is turned off. Here we go. Of course it was turned off. Let's see who else guessed that. Well, nobody yet, but Christopher Davis did sign on.
All right.
So he's watching, so I do know that part. So anyway, Dave, do you want to go ahead and let's do the weather, or do you want to go ahead and take a commercial break and then we'll do the weather? Let's do the weather and then go to a commercial break? Let's do that. Let's do a commercial break. This weather is who? Supplied by Mr. Austin Stevens for Austin's Weather Service.
Yeah.
He lives in Keystone Heights. He told me to tell you, CC, hello, and that he loves you, and that he wish he could be here, but he is going to be tuning in.
Oh, awesome.
So you know Austin.
Oh, yeah, I know Austin.
So-
Is he coming to the Christmas on Call Street?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a great question. Something maybe I can ask him and he can answer. But I want to thank everyone that's tuning in right now and that will be tuning in for this great show. A lot to get to, a lot to talk about. And from anywhere from local happenings to what CC and myself is going to be doing, to tornado football, to college football, to pro football, to whatever else comes up. We're here for you guys. And again, appreciate you tuning in this Tuesday night. Here is your weather forecast for the local area. Tonight, mostly clear this evening, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows in the upper 30s. Make sure you bundled up tonight. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour this evening, becoming light and variable. Wednesday, sunny. Highs in the mid-60s, Dave. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 40s. West winds around 5 miles an hour or so. Thursday, sunny. Highs in the lower 60s again. Northwest winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 30s. Going to be another chilly night. Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour in the evening, becoming light and variable. Friday, sunny. Highs in the upper 60s. Friday night and Saturday, partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 40s. Highs in the mid-70s, though, for Saturday.
Ooh, that's like catching cold weather,
Yeah,
actually.
well, mid-70s is better than mid-50s.
It depends
So,
on who you
yeah,
ask.
well, we're doing a car show. I'd rather be a little warmer than a little cooler. But, hey, it's up to you, whatever you want. And then Saturday night, partly cloudy, lows around 50. Forecast for Tallahassee and surrounding areas, because we do have people in Tallahassee that tune in. Tonight is mostly clear. Patchy frost after midnight. Lows in the mid-30s. Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour. This evening becoming light and variable. Wednesday, patchy frost in the morning. Sunny, highs in the mid-60s. Southwest winds over there, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 40s. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming northwest after midnight. Thursday, sunny, high around 60. Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Thursday night, clear, lows in the upper 30s. Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour in the evening, becoming light and variable. Friday and Friday night, mostly clear, highs in the upper 60s. Lows in the upper 40s. That's for all you Tallahassee listeners, Tony Black and several of the others that are there. So that is your forecast. For Renee Stegall Shaw, and where I used to live and grew up, right around Mobile and Pascagoula area, forecast for Mobile and the surrounding areas. Tonight, mostly clear, patchy fog around 40, light and variable winds becoming southwest around 5 miles per hour after midnight. Wednesday, sunny, not as cool with the highs in the mid-60s. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday night, mostly clear. Lows around 40. Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny, highs in the upper 50s. Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour, becoming northwest in the afternoon. Thursday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 40s. South winds around 5 miles per hour. Friday, sunny, not as cool. Hey, on that Gulf Coast area, it's going to get highs around 70, 75. Friday night, partly cloudy, not as cool with lows in the mid-50s. Saturday, mostly sunny, highs in the lower 70s. Saturday night, partly cloudy, lows in the mid-50s. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know what that sounded like to me? It's going to be cool for the most part.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little chilly, going to need a little weather, a little jacket there for that cool weather. And that weather was brought to you by Austin's Weather Service. Make sure you tune in to his website. You can go to his website, Austin's Weather Service, hit up Austin Stevens, and he will send you a weather report for your area. We just do those areas because that's where most of our listeners are at. So, again, thank you, Austin, for that weather report. If you are a car enthusiast, don't forget, Mitchell Gunner is doing his show tonight via Thursday night because he is going to Indianapolis, Indiana for a big show, that the NHRA show that they do up there. So make sure that you tune in if you are a car enthusiast. We want you to stay here too, but he is doing his podcast over there, and he's got a guest on there tonight as well. Robert, his co-host, is on there as well. But you can catch Mitchell Gunner on the Spot Motorsports Media. It's our sister page. He does that on Thursdays generally, but this week on Tuesday because he will be going to Indianapolis, flying out on Thursday morning, or actually tomorrow afternoon, I think. And then he'll be gone Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday. So again, for all you viewers, welcome in On the Spot with David Rodgers. I'm your host, David Rodgers. Tonight we have Mr. Dave Holland. No Byron Bagwell as he's working tonight. Mr. Austin Stevens couldn't make it in as well, but I do have a guest that will be joining us here in just a few minutes. And I'm getting ready to get Dave here to go to a commercial break, and then we're going to bring our guest on, CC Marie, as she gets ready to join us. And we've got many things to talk about. You're tuning in to On the Spot with David Rodgers. Thank you, guys, and we'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Hey Tornado fans, this is Kurt Miracle of Miracle Automotive and Towing, proud sponsors of Tornado Football. I want to welcome you to beautiful Stark, Florida at David Hurst Stadium, and thank you for letting us be a part of this community. We're here for more than your automotive and towing needs. We're here to be part of Tornado Country. Go Big Red!
now because we went to commercial break. There we go. Now we're back. Now you can hear everything that's going on. So that's great. I'm glad that you said that. So of
I'm just
course,
like, no sound.
I'd like for you to read some of those comments when we get a break here, because I can see who's here, but I can't get the comments where your phone is getting comments.
Oh, well.
So, and then I'll tell you who it is.
Oh, that is an Apple. I was gonna pick on you back.
So, yep. So now my phone's an Android. You got a Droid?
No.
I didn't think so. I knew you already didn't. So
anyway, join us Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be the real deal. Me and David picking on each other the whole entire time.
Stanley too.
I'm not even. You're like, read the comments here. Stanley picking on me right now.
Yeah, well, now you're going to read that comment as soon as we're done. Of course you're going to read that comment.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I know you can. I can't wait for what he said because I already know what he said.
On the way, when I left earlier, I was like, don't say anything.
Do you know Stanley?
Oh,
I told him to pick on her.
Oh, did you? Okay, so he did. So, anyway, so yeah, please join us for the car show. What you got, Dave? Talk about the car show. So, yeah, no worries about that. Dave, find yourself 10,000.
Ching.
Okay, done?
Done.
The FCC is shaking their head.
We'll be sitting here talking. This is no joke, and it's nothing that Dave has ever done. The internet will go out on us.
Yeah.
You tuned into the show. We're sitting here, me and Byron sitting here just on a heated conversation. Right, man, we're going. And then all of a sudden somebody will just what she did. No sound. 30, 35 minutes, huh, Dave? At least that.
Time, yeah.
Probably almost an hour. We went, and I was like, oh, well, they didn't hear a thing of that.
We still had viewers.
We still had viewers. They were watching. I think they were lip reading.
There you go.
Know, they were lip
Have you
reading.
thought about doing like Starlink? I think I'm gonna get Starlink. All of my friends that have Starlink love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's an Elon Musk thing.
So you were talking about
Okay, let's go back to the car
Okay, yeah,
show.
let's
So
go back to the car
go
show.
back
So
to
it's
the
going to
car
be Saturday, this Saturday, the 13th, 2 to 5. I'm going to be there about 1:30, starting registration.
I may be there 12.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, we're going to make a bet right now.
Okay. All
Okay.
right, we'll bet. Okay.
You're
I'll be there.
gonna send me a selfie with Chrissy in front of Downtown Grill
Yeah,
at 12
at
o'clock.
12 o'clock.
Do not
We'll-
take the picture before.
Okay. I'll timestamp it somehow. We'll figure it out. No, we'll be there.
Anyway, it's going to be for classic cars, modern
Yep.
cars, motorcycles. We're going to be having the show from 12 to 5, proceeding in the parade at 6. I'm anticipating Ward's being about 4:30. You guys can decorate your cars for Christmas. That would be awesome,
that'd be awesome.
especially if you guys are going to be proceeding into the parade afterwards. I am going to have the Christmas award for the best themed Christmas car. And then what are the other awards again?
So we got the Best of Show, which is a nice trophy that we had already planned up when we was going to do the car show before.
And we're going to be letting the kids vote on the best in show
Correct.
this year.
And then we got the top 10, first through 10, and then we got 11 through 20. So basically, the top 20 award is what we usually call it. Then me and CC's break it down, and each one has the place, first, second, third. So which is
it is place.
It is. So,
Okay, so
Yeah.
when we're doing the best of show vote, we can do like second, like that.
Correct.
So
And
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about it earlier before our sound cut out. I've started doing the voting system with the children, and that really gets them engaged in the cars. And
Absolutely.
I've
Yes.
witnessed like the dads walking with their kids, and the kids are like, "Why I like this one?" And then the dad is like educating them. That's a Dodge, da da da, or whatever.
Yeah,
and
gets
it's
the
a
dad
really
and
good
the
way
son
to get
together.
the next generation engaged in cars, and that's what I'm all about. You guys already know that's what we're about.
Well,
I
and
got
that's
a question. Oh, I'm sorry.
that's okay. And I wanted to back up what she said on that too, and that is, ladies and gentlemen, it's only for the best of show.
Yes.
The first through 10th and 11 through 20, or the top 20 awards, will be done by judges.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
will
have
be
we
done by
decided on the judges?
We have not. We'll see who gets there. We'll probably, some art people's going to be there. And by the way, the art's going to be set up right beside us. They're going to be selling some things out their wood shop. Oh my gosh, you ought to see some of these benches, some of these clocks, some
I
of
want
these.
their picnic table.
So they're probably
so
going to have
bad.
one of them out there. But John Williams and his staff will be out there. They will be selling items as well. He will have the pricing on those items. So if you're interested in that, you can come up right beside the where we're at the car show. Everything, like she said, is going to be set up in the parking lot of the Downtown Grill right there on the sidewalk right there, right in front. So we'll be right there. Cars will be parked all along Call Street. That will already be blocked off because of the Christmas on Call Street and, of course, the parade.
Block after block.
Yeah,
Cars.
and you're going to be able to park all the way down Call Street. You know what I mean? So start in front of Chris's place or whatever, both ways, you'll be able to pull your car there. I think we should have a great turnout. You know, if we don't, it's okay too. But I think we're going to have a great turnout. You've really been pumping it really hard, and I really think we're going to have a good turnout. But the 20 cars is going to get an award, actually 21 because of the best of show. So somebody is going to definitely get an award if you're there, and more than likely. I know that some of these car shows that you've been to, I know we've talked. I guess there's, you know, just depending on what's going on. I know sometimes, man, there's 3 or 4 car shows going on at the same time. I get it and I understand that. I think this one, CC, unless you've heard something different, I think this one's a little bit different because I think we're the only one that's doing anything, at least in this area.
In the evening, and as opposed to like during the day.
Okay, so there is some things going on.
There is in the earlier morning.
Okay,
but
some of these guys.
We have a crew that comes every year, like the Jeep crew.
The Jeep crew.
We
yeah.
have the Mopar crew
From Lake City.
We're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be
We're
fine.
gonna have a good turnout.
Absolutely.
And the most important thing is that's $20 each car that's getting donated to the ARC. And you didn't really touch base on what the ARC does, but they help educate older handicapped people on how to work and have a job and maintain their life. And I think that is such an important thing to have in our small community.
It is.
We don't really have much else in Stark for those type of people.
No.
So
That's great.
So the word, and I don't know if you've heard, the word is inclusion. You know, somebody asked me what that word means. Inclusion is helping people with disabilities to be able to maintain in society. And that's pretty much what it means. And Cece hit it right on the head. You know, these people either live in group homes, you know, some of them that can't maintain on their own, they live in group homes, and we provide, the ARC provides that service for them. So you know, they're paid employees, and they stay at these homes, and they take these people grocery shopping. They help them cook their food. They interact with them. So they're just as vital part, as Cece was saying, as any of the others are. Because they have to maintain. They have to make sure that these people are doing what they're supposed to be doing each and every day. And then there's some that live on their own. You know, that just gets monitored by what we call a coach.
Yeah.
You know, a coach. They go by and make sure that they're doing okay, and they're able to maintain on their own. And the ARC's got a workshop there, Dave. They've got a wood shop. You've been over there. You've seen it. And they do wonderful work. Their main income is through the lumber that they build. They build pallets. They build, like Cece said, benches.
Hey.
Hey, they're fighting over here. They build little bird houses. There's all kinds of things that they build. We got little Christmas trees this year that they're going to be selling out there. We actually sold some at that at the event and I want to give it the right name. It's the David Dodge Christmas fundraiser. And I'll back up to what I was saying here in just a minute. David Dodge, you know Jennifer Dodge. Jennifer and her daughter, but that's Jennifer Dodge's dad. And 40 years ago, he was on the art board. The art's been around for 50 years now here in Bradford County, celebrating our 50-year anniversary. Excuse me, as I got a tickle in my throat. It may be the cat. No, I know it's not, because I got 2 cats. But anyway, he's really big into the ARC. He did a lot of things for the ARC. He boosted the ARC program up here in Bradford County. He went to state senators. He went to legislators. He went to different people trying to get funding for the art, not just in Bradford County, but for the whole surrounding area. And he was able to manage to do that, and that's where we're at today because of his work. He happened to pass away a couple of years ago. And we've named it now the David Dodge Christmas Fundraiser. And basically, we do a cake auction there. We sell things, we raffle off things. And the ARC, some of the ARC people do a Christmas play. Like they sing songs and they're able to perform in front of all these people. It was just a great thing. And I would like for y'all to go next year. Tickets are $35, as you see there, or tables starting at $150. I don't know what it'll be next year, but really is a good thing, as CC was saying, and we raised a lot of money, and all that money is, like she said, we don't pull anything out of that, Dave. That goes straight to the fund. It goes to our fundraising fund.
Yeah.
And me being a member of the art board and on the fundraising committee, we all decide where if he needs some funds for something, we talk about that at the art board meeting, the Monday or the Tuesday, now that it's going to be back again. Where, if he's short on money for something or whatever, we talk about that, and that's where that money comes from, is all those fundraising things that we do.
You were talking about tables for 150.
Mm-hmm.
And is that how many chairs at that table?
I believe it was 6.
And you could invite whoever you want.
So let's
to
say
that
if
table.
OTS wanted to buy a table, it could be me, you, Byron, Shirley, whoever whoever we wanted to. And what that gets you is, that gets you in the door, gets you along with all the festivities, it gets you a meal that was prepared by Hill's Barbecue.
Yeah.
And if y'all have not had Hill's Barbecue, I'm going to tell you right now, who likes beef brisket here?
Making me hungry.
Already. See, he's already. David, I'm telling you, man, that was some of the best beef brisket I've ever tasted. He's got it going on. There was mashed potatoes. There was green beans. All of it was just good. There was pork. It was just all. It was really good, and they did a really good job. Chrissy usually provides the desserts and things like that for the event from the Downtown Grill, but it's really a good event. And then people in town or in the community bakes the cakes, so it's not the cakes ain't made by us. This is made by different people, and they bring them and they donate them, and that's their donation to be able to help out with the art. And whatever their cake gets, it goes to the art fund. So and that table also, David, get you a paddle board. If you want to bid on a cake, you can bid on a cake.
There you go.
So yeah, so that's what that does. I don't know if any of y'all know Bill Elrod. Bill Elrod is a auctioneer. Man, he can do it really good too, man. Older guy, lives in Penny Farms. He does a fantastic job with that, and really good. He's been doing it for many years for us now, and does a really good job. So it's really, and plus it's neat to watch the art people do their Christmas songs, and the way they prance around and the way they play their instruments. Man, I tell you.
It sounds good.
I tell you, I'm a grown man. He's a grown man. You're a grown man. It brought tears to my eyes. It brings tears to your eyes. You got to have a heart, man. And to see people like that doing things like that and making their day by doing something like that just hit you, man. I was up on stage, man. They couldn't really see me. I know people out there could see me, but we was at a distance, man. I was hidden behind the camera, and I had a little Christmas tree on my table. Man, I was back there tearing up, man. I'm like, oh, my God. Really? I said, you would have called me up.
I already know you're sensitive.
Yeah, especially when it comes to that and animals. I think you've heard me talk many a times about that. That's subjects, man, that really, I've really gotten really heated about and stuff. And it really touches you. But they did a good job, and there's many people that I can thank. I wish I wouldn't have threw my list away of all the people that were on that board.
Wow.
Remember, like I read the other night, and but I know I do want to give special thanks to Linda Lee. She heads up the women's club over there for really working her tail off, getting the tables set up, everything, the kitchen, all that. She did a wonderful job. Chrissy and Lori Thompson, they did a wonderful job helping out with getting the cakes and ready and just decorations and providing the desserts and things like that. So special thanks to them. And of course, everybody on the staff was in some sort of form or fashion involved with this event. So again, you know who you are, board. Thank you for what you do each and every day, and really appreciate it. It really turned out. 30,000 plus, man. Where can you make $30,000 in a night? There's not too many places.
Pretty impressive.
Yep, not unless you're selling stuff, and you know what kind of stuff I'm talking about, and we're not doing any of that. So, so for a cake auction like that to raise that kind of money, it was just phenomenal. It really was. So
So, I got another question, and it goes back to the car show.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
And you stated that they can decorate their cars.
Yeah. There's going to be the parade after the car show. So, like I know last year I put Christmas lights all over my car. I wrapped it in gift wrap and put a big bow. It was pretty elaborate. You saw the Mustang last year.
Well, my question is, when you're judging the car, is the Christmas decorations
I have
gonna
one.
be
I have
part
one
of the
award.
judge?
I have one award for Christmas decoration, like best Christmas.
Only
theme.
one car. I'm
Only
glad
one.
you said that. Yeah, only one vehicle will get that
Yeah.
award.
Yeah,
So,
good.
yeah.
That was my question.
That's it.
All right. So, Stanley said Cece's on the way, but running late as usual. Vincent Tucker. I want to tell you a little story about Vincent Tucker. Dave knows who Vincent Tucker is. So, we met Vincent and Z a while back. They was doing a podcast in Phoenix, Arizona, and me and Vincent Tucker went to the same high school. He graduated 8 years later than I did. I graduated in 1980 from Pascagoula High School in Pascagoula, Mississippi. He graduated in 1988. And he was in the Navy, I was in the Navy. Never really knew each other until our paths crossed with the podcast.
Streaming.
Yes. They took they used some of our ideas. We used some of their ideas. And we actually, their podcast was called Hot Topics.
Yep.
And ours was called On Spot with David Rodgers, and we would coordinate, and they would come on our show sometimes. I don't know if Vincent has been on our show, hasn't he? I mean, as far as maybe the phone or something. Z has not. Now, I have been on their show. I have been on their podcast a couple of times. So that's how we know each other. Vincent now lives in Okeechobee. So he's down there. So hello, Vincent. How are you? Shirley Bagwell said Kennedy. She got that right. Didn't she? Yeah, good deal. Christopher Davis says, hello, brother, again. Lots of laughs. Judith said, no sound. Stanley said, lost sound. We got it back. We can hear what is being said. No sound. Kurt Miracle's on. Mr. Miracle, what's going on with you, brother? Don't pray for a miracle. Call Miracle.
There you go.
There you go. Right there off the radio, right? Yep. Michael Box is watching. Caleb Blair Bond. Do you know them? My boy. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, Caleb. Man, you messed me up when you put Blair in there. Caleb Vaughn is one of my vendors. He works for Motion Industries. We just had lunch today at Old Times in Lake City. And he messed me up there. What's going on, my dog? You doing all right? Stanley, again, is watching.
dog.
And Stanley, first of all, thank you so very much for letting me use your sound system. It worked wonderfully. I did have a problem with the mics.
I know he ended up having to run down.
He did. I had to call him because I was in a
He said
panic
it
mode.
was like interference or something with the building.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. We're thinking, if you've ever been in the women's club, that building is all metal. And it's not conducive to anything. I don't care if you've got a hotspot. I don't care what phone you got. It's really hard to get reception in there. If you don't have a playlist and you're trying to get something off the Wi-Fi, or through Spotify or Napster, you can forget it. It's going to spin and spin and spin. And Stanley even had problems because he wanted to look up about the mics. And he said, David, man, I'm getting no service. But you know what was funny? When we went in there that morning to set up, everything was perfect.
Weird.
It's probably because all those people on the Wi-Fi, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep, and all those people, and it was taking all that juice, and they was draining all that juice, and we didn't have any. You know what I'm saying? So it worked out fine. Stanley came down. He stayed for a little while, got me going. We finally, again, I think it was the interference. We finally had to put in the corded mic for Bill to be able to do his thing, but it worked out fine. Stanley, appreciate you, man, and look forward to seeing you Saturday, man. You're a lifesaver. Really appreciate you on that. That's all that's on there. What else do you want to say about the car show before we get into some really important stuff that really touches my heart?
I just hope everybody shows up and that you show up on time.
Yeah, well, that's I think that's the main
I
thing.
came here tonight just to instill in you to come on time.
To show up on time.
I'm going to start 12 You said he's going to be there 12 o'clock, so we'll see.
Yeah, 12:30.
Okay. 12.
Yeah, 12. Let me write that down. 12:30.
I'm going to be there
Okay.
at 1 o'clock.
Okay, so you'll be there at 1.
Maybe,
okay.
yeah.
So if I'm already there, that means I win the bet.
Yeah, and you'll already be set up, and then I don't have to do that.
The bet is $5.
No.
Oh, what do you want?
The
10?
bet is
Uh-huh.
I have a Grinch costume.
You don't have.
If you're not there
at, you can get in the.
if I'm not there at what I say 1:30?
One.
No, I said 1.
You said
if
1.
I'm not there at 1 o'clock, I will wear the Grinch suit during the
Okay.
parade.
All right.
But if you're not there, I mean, you got to be held to the same standard as me. So if you're not there by
Okay.
1 o'clock,
So what if we're both there? Who's wearing it?
I have 2 Grinch costumes.
Well,
Stanley can wear one.
Okay.
Yeah,
bet.
Stanley can wear one.
well, he's 12.
Well, I'm
and
gonna
you're
hold you the
1.
same standard as me. 1 o'clock.
12:30.
Grinch
12:30 for me. 1 o'clock for her. So if I'm there before her, she knows I'm there.
Yeah.
Unless it's somebody in my disguise.
And if she's
There
late,
ain't too
you're
many
standing
people that
there
look as
waiting
ugly as
for
I
her
do.
to
I'm
get
just gonna
there.
I'm gonna call Chrissy and be like, Chrissy, will you look outside?
Yeah, look outside and see if that old ugly guy's there.
If David has the Throttle Talk Girl sound system, or if he's gonna be holding it and it's gonna be late, and then I'm gonna be blowing up
So
his
she's
phone.
going to be your watchdog.
Yeah.
Oh, she most definitely has got my
And I
back.
don't need
she
a
wants
watchdog.
me too.
Hey, I won't need a watchdog. You know why?
But all I gotta do
because
is
I'll
say
be there at
David Grinch
12:30.
suit. All I gotta do is say David
Yeah,
Grinch
no,
suit.
I'm
She's
not
gonna
wearing
be
that.
looking
You
out the
can
door
wear
for
Well,
me.
she's going to be up there by the door
It's
with
like, no, sir.
the watch on her hand, looking.
By the way, I'm glad we're still on the car show because I'm looking dead at you. I know you usually have breakfast with the boys on Saturday.
Yeah.
Do you want to come out and get some video for us so we can put up on OTS? Maybe we can show a little
See
bit
what
of
I
that.
can do.
That
Okay.
would be great.
That would be
I
great.
should have.
Yeah,
I
so-
should have like 4 Throttle Talk girls
What
coming.
time is judging?
Judging's gonna be about
Can
4:30.
they judge?
The Throttle Talk girls? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe that's
Yeah.
where our judges come from. All right. So that's so for the car show. Pretty much it. I just keep up on Facebook. It's all over word of mouth and things like that. I know you're probably going to add a couple little things to it here as the time comes with some of the things that we
Oh,
discussed
yeah.
with the Christmas thing and all that. But make sure you come there and have a good time with us. Again, like she said, the parade will be happening after that, and I'll be talking about that here in just a few minutes. And the car's already got a spot. I'm trying to remember what number she said it was, but they'll already have a spot if you want to stay and be part of the Christmas parade. So
Yeah, let me get back to me on what spot number
Okay.
we are, because last year that was chaotic.
that was. I think,
So-
yeah, I know that there's a spot already for them. I think it's 16, but don't quote me on that. All right, let's talk about some animals.
Yeah.
We've already seen 2 kittens. So where do you want to start? Do you want to start with the cat part, or do you want to start with the Bradford?
Let's talk about the local stuff first.
Okay,
Bradford
let's do
Animal
that.
Control.
Okay, let's talk.
So I've been helping out with them, and basically we need to do better. Bradford County as a whole. Half the dogs there that come in are heartworm positive. They're like wrestling. Half of the dogs that come in are heartworm positive. So that in itself is making it hard to find a rescue that's willing to take a heartworm positive dog. It's hard for adopters to want a heartworm positive dog because those dogs, and most of the time, the treatment through UF is sponsored whenever you take a dog that's heartworm positive. I just went this week. Were you able to upload that video I sent you?
No, I didn't. I didn't get a chance to because, again, as you were saying, I was running a little bit late.
Could you send? Is there a way? Could he message it to you and you play it?
Well, no, because he would have to. It would take time. He'd have to load it. But
that
I'll
was
tell you what we'll do,
earlier,
though.
I could-
I'll promise you. Yeah, I'll promise you that we will play it next Tuesday.
Well, anyway, we got this dog. We got two emaciated dogs at the same time at the shelter, and one foster went and picked one up, and I went and I was just looking, but
Good night, Shirley.
but you know, these dogs our facility is half outdoors, and I don't know if people realize that. When they're like, oh, I let me discard my unwanted pet, and they take it to the shelter, it's cold, it's winter. Half our facility is outside. So and I mean, it's for, like, because in the summer, then the dogs would be really hot if it didn't have that airflow, and it would probably not smell good in there. So there's reasons for it, but we really need to do better as a county and try to get some proper funding for a better building for those dogs. We did have a lot of dog sweaters that are large size donated, but we are still in need of small and medium dog sweaters at the shelter. So if anybody wants to donate that and bring that, you guys can bring it there and drop it right off. But I wanted to bring that to everyone's attention first and foremost. So anyway, we got these emaciated dogs in. One foster pulled the one. I pulled Lisa, and I don't regret it. She has been just
Okay.
Y'all are killing me.
Oh, well, man. Shoot, I'm dead, too. Can't hear it.
Damn, Stanley
Sorry,
said.
that must have just clicked off.
Okay, you're back now? You're back?
Yeah.
Okay, so my question to you is, we were
Well,
talking
let's
about a lot of stuff.
backtrack a little bit because I don't know if they heard that
All
or
right,
not.
so let me ask you how this all started. I don't know how long the sound has been down, but all right, so explain to people what a feral cat is.
A feral cat is a cat that is like a homeless cat, basically.
Okay.
It doesn't have a home. It's not in your house. It's not a pettable cat.
Right.
It's a cat that is depending on caregivers, somewhat like with the magic Home Depot buckets to come and drop food for them every day. That's what a feral
And
cat
there's
is.
70,000 of them, and you were telling the number.
70,000 in just Putnam County.
Okay, in Putnam County. So my question to you with this is, when does enough become enough? And I'm not saying that, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, my gosh, it's got to be population control, right? You would think. But you said these animals are protected federally.
Yeah, like you can't.
So
You
if
can't
if
hurt them. You can't hurt them. You can't trap them and relocate them without like permission from like your local animal control, that type of thing. These colonies are I'm trying to maintain as many as I can, honestly, and I know a lot of people. Our own mail lady. Did you see the video? The mail lady
Yeah, I did
brought
see
me the kitty.
right.
Like all cat lovers are kind of united, and we're all working together. But great organizations like Fix Them All, and
Gainesville's got a good
Operation Catnip.
organization.
Being a responsible pet owner, getting your animal spayed and neutered if you're not a licensed breeder, not a backyard breeder. I mean, like realistically, cats would be extinct if we all. That's crazy to think about, but
So one cat may produce, say, 10 kittens. 5 of those kittens are female, and in 3 months, those 5 kittens will have 10 cats each.
oh yeah.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, I can
And then
understand.
those will have another. And that it just grows
Yeah.
and grows.
Till you're like Putnam County,
So-
70,000, which Bradford County, we don't.
There may be that many or
We're
more
not
here.
Bradford County. We're right between Gainesville and Jacksonville, and they have a lot of resources. And as I've started networking, trying to
Right.
get us better service here in Bradford County, sometimes we have a holdup on spay and neuter. Sometimes we don't know where we're gonna go. We're using Stark Animal Hospital, and they are absolutely wonderful. I use them as our emergency vet for all our fosters, for community cat caregivers in Bradford County. But that's really expensive. So that's
Sure,
why,
that's
like,
right.
I wake up. You can ask Ricky. I wake up in the morning and I'm looking at my phone and it's CC. My cat had kittens. I've waited 3 months to get rid of the kittens. This is me paraphrasing, by the way.
Yeah.
Can you take my 3-month-old unadoptable kittens that have never had vaccination? And I'm just like, I have to find out if I'm gonna have funding for that, because if not, like, I haven't even bought Christmas presents this year.
Right, yeah.
I'm
you
going
can't
broke.
just-
I'm going broke. I can't fix everybody's problems, so I'm
No.
having to learn. I've learned to protect where I live and not tell anyone, because actually I just saw my friend Jessie. She just had cats dumped off, but Tina at a glance,
Yeah,
our
Tina at a
mail lady,
glance, mhm.
she is the one that was like, when I got the cat barn, she's like, don't let anybody know where you live. Like,
That's how I ended up
You're
with
gonna
my
wake
cat.
up and everybody's gonna be dumping animals at your house.
That's how I ended up with my cat.
I just saw that
and she-
happen yesterday, and I'm like, one of my friends that has a rescue, and I'm like, this is not okay. Like,
All right, so what is, okay, so let me ask something. Obviously, there's always a resolution to a problem. So what is the answer, in your opinion, you deal with this, what's the answer? What's the answer of keeping this, I guess, under
spay your
control?
animals.
Spay.
And you guys already know we've talked about it before. I'm really heavy on spay your animals. Right now I have over 20 cats at my house. And I have, like, these bottle babies, they eat every 2 hours. Like, there's times where, like, nobody sees me for 2 weeks because I'm just tired. I'm having to set an alarm and
Right.
and wake up every 2 hours and feed these cats.
Well, that's.
And
I know that's your choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
then
You
that's
got
what
a
I'm,
great heart,
yeah.
but you can't
I can't save the world.
You can't save the world.
No,
or
but I
even half
can.
of
I
it.
can raise knowledge, and I can try.
And
to
that's what we want here. That's what I want you to hear.
Another thing I wanted to talk about is like it is so easy to get involved, especially like my kids are homeschooled, so like when you're a homeschool family, it would be good to like give real life education on how animal care and stuff like that. And we are always accepting foster families, like where if you guys want to foster a dog, maybe try it out for a few days, or a cat. You guys are able to go there. You have to present your driver's license and go through the process, but then you could become a foster. Like I've had a lot of dogs come and go and a lot of cats come and go from my house because we're finding them homes, but it does take a lot of time and resources just to do that.
So, are you familiar with a service dog training?
Yes, and I actually have one dog at my house. She's not going for service dog training, but we're doing SAR training. I do a lot more SAR training. I have shepherds. That's my passion.
Right.
My
What
passion.
kind of training?
SAR, search and rescue.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what my dog Trigger. He's getting a little older now, and I did just rescue Mally. She was on the unadoptable list, but she's kind of coming around. She just needed more socialization. But I'm going to be training her for SAR, and then I got a golden doodle, but I don't think he's a good candidate. He's kind of a point of vydra dog.
So
that's what Rick calls him.
So do you do that for other people?
I do sometimes, and I do. It depends on what services and what kind of training they need. Yeah. I work with other dog trainers too. What I like doing is teaching basic manners to get them adopted. That's what I'm focusing on.
That's what I'm working on with mine now.
Just basic obedience. And I do a lot of click training and positive reinforcements. But my dog, you can ask him, like, you can come to my house and, like, my dogs are very well behaved. Like, even the new dog, I've had her just a couple of days and she's just very well behaved, except for my dog, Miley.
Again, welcome to On the Spot with David Rodgers. I'm your host, David Rodgers, right along Mr. Dave Holland, our producer and director. We've got CC Marie here with us. She's our guest. We've talked about the car show. We've talked about feral cats. We've talked about Bradford County Animal Services here. Okay, there's always a good part and a bad part. The good part is if somebody comes in there and adopts a beautiful animal, whether it's a dog, whether it's a cat, whatever it may be. The bad part is they get dropped off there too.
Yeah.
So, people can't afford to feed them or they don't know who it is, so they drop them off. My question, and I know this is a hard one, and I want you to answer because so how long do they keep a cat or a dog? We're not talking about feral, I'm talking about domesticated animals that are at Bradford County Animal Shelter. How long do they keep them before they euthanize them? I know that's tough, and because I want to make awareness to people.
This is probably the worst part of doing what I do.
Absolutely, because I couldn't do it. I'm going to tell you right now.
But I'm going to tell you a positive story before that. My friend Don, there was a dog. His name's Wrangler. He has actually been to my house for training. I did board and train with him a couple times. He's a lab, chocolate lab, and I know you have a big heart for labs, Dave. This dog was horribly burned all over its back and is permanently scarred for life.
Oh, man.
And he had a lot of surgeries, and I remember going into animal control and I was looking for him, and he was there a long time in recovery from all that, and it was an animal cruelty case. And I went in there and he wasn't there. And I looked at his kennel, and the girls already know, like, I have a big heart, and I normally try to pull.
So they didn't even tell you, or you knew? You
oh,
knew, right?
No. It gets deeper than that. I found out my best friend adopted him.
Oh, that's good. That's a good story. Okay, that's a good story.
At the same time, I think it is a 30-day, I would say. I'm not sure. That would be a lot of the times it depends on the temperament of an animal. And we also we depend on the other bigger counties around us. They pull a lot and help us a lot. Nassau County and Flagler County are amazing. Nassau County, I fostered a dog named Bear for a little bit, but Bear, kind of had he didn't get along with my dogs. I'll put it that way. He wasn't and my dogs are, I have like a pack of dogs. So.
And ladies and gentlemen, let me stop. She's telling these stories because there's an end to the means, and what she's trying to do is she's trying to make you awareness. There's a lot of stories.
Yeah.
Because
Nassau County ended up pulling bear, and they also. On my page, you'll see like these 5 puppies I got together, and they were also emaciated, and I went and pulled all 5 from the backyard guy.
Right.
And Nassau County also took those guys as well. But if most of the time they aren't euthanized unless it's an aggression thing, but it is still possible when we're full. That when their time is up, their time is up. But normally we rely on the power of social media, and a lot of other rescues and agencies help us. Because we are a kill shelter.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate. And I know that you watch the show when you can every once in a while. And I don't know if you've ever heard me going on my Tanton raids about dogs. My little puppy got hit. This was over a year ago. It was actually my daughter's. It was Autumn's dog. And, oh, yes. And I went on a Tanton raid. One thing I cannot stand, and I'll just say it right here, people that know me know about this, and that is, if I ever catch you being cruel to an animal, cat, dog, I don't care what it is, you're going to have a problem with me, and that's not going to be very good. And I tell you that, Dave, how many times have I really talked about that? And that's a conviction of mine.
Well, not enough.
Yeah, probably not enough, because I should say it a lot more. That is one thing I cannot stand. Dogs don't, and you. I am on my soapbox here now. You got me on my
really good animal control.
Absolutely,
officers, though.
absolutely.
Those squirrels are awesome.
I know Christy for a long time. Yeah,
they have zero tolerance for any kind of thing like that. They are on top of the ball when it comes to stuff like that. And a lot of the times, like, they can't tell me everything that's going on. I just know the animal. But
and I'm going to get into more of that later on, maybe on another show. So what else? What else you got? You got another? What you got?
Yes, on February 14th, we're going to be at the Putnam County Fairgrounds.
Okay.
Yes, and we're going to have Putnam Animal Control. I'm going to have animals from Bradford Animal Control. Community Cat Caregivers is throwing it and hosting it. I'm doing the car show part. I'm hoping you'll be there.
Okay. What, February 14th? Valentine's Day?
Yes, and we're going to have... Dude, I messaged my favorite local band, Brothers Fudge. And,
okay, I know them.
They're coming. They're actually headlining, and they donated their time. Because we are... Community Cat Caregivers is a nonprofit.
Correct.
And they are donating their time. We're going to have them as the headliner. And I don't know. It's on my Facebook, me drumming with them.
I did see that.
What is it? The Tom
There's
Petty
a couple
song.
of pictures
it was
on
a
there
Tom
for
Petty
that.
song. I drummed with them, and it was awesome. But
There's a couple of you
vibe.
did that on that.
Yeah, I love their vibe.
February 14th?
So, yeah, and we're going to have a live animal adoption, a car show, live music, rallies. You ever had Raleigh's food truck?
Food truck.
We're going to have tons of food trucks, tons of raffles. We're going to have vendors galore. And we're going to have a lot of agencies. That's what I'm mostly excited about. We're going to have a lot of different animal rescues and resources. We're going to have literature for affordable spay and neuter. And my vet's office actually talked about possibly doing, like, nail clippings for animals while they're there and donating their time to do nail clippings. So I thought that was really cool. My kitties are fighting. So, and then also to benefit community cat caregivers, we're also doing Pics with Santa. Okay. If you guys go on to the Community Cat Caregivers Facebook page, their schedule for the Pics with Santa, it's going to be at PetSense in Palaca. Okay. It 100% benefits community cat caregivers and us taking care of the local feral cats. From here to Putnam County is pretty much but we're starting to branch out all around Florida. We're like Cat Ladies United now. And cat guys. There's cat guys.
Sure there is.
But most
I
cat
got
ladies.
2 cats. Dave's got cats. Byron's got cats. Yeah, I love...
Dave Holland says he has 3 seconds, or there's 3 cats. I don't know.
Yeah, 3 cats. I've got 2 cats. So.
Obviously.
Yeah, no.
I got 3 cats and 2 labs. And the 3 cats, Grandma, she just showed up one night. and just loved all over me. So she picked me, and she's still there. And the mom, she just showed up. Somebody must have dropped her off because she was just at my house.
I have two spay days is what we call them. Spay days. I have two spay days before Christmas. Not condoning that kittens are a Christmas present, but if anyone was looking to add a forever cat, not a Christmas present, before Christmas, I should have cats available on my Facebook. I know I have 7 going from my cat barn. I bought a cat barn just to do this, Dave. But I have 7 going to get spayed Thursday.
Sounds
And
good.
then I give them a day or two in the right home where I feel like they'd be medically cared for during that healing time. I might let them go ahead of time.
Is that the catnip program in Gainesville?
They're doing mine on the 19th, but UF is doing them on the 11th.
Yeah,
So,
UF.
like I said, we have so much support. Like, we're a small county, and they have been really good about finding the right resources. We're still working on some things.
They're doing a great job.
But
I think they do.
you know, we got to think about it. We don't have what Jacksonville and Gainesville have.
No,
We're a small
the-
community.
yeah.
And like I said, just a lot of the time, just treating your animals for heartworms, getting your animals spayed, doing the basic maintenance, making sure you feed them properly. If you can't keep them for whatever reason, which I've never had a reason I couldn't have Trigger, I would never have a reason to not have Trigger.
My cat's name is Trigger.
Find someone responsible to take your animal. Don't.
Thank you very much. And I wanted sort of to
Don't
end
dump
this
your dog.
because this segment with that too, and I want you to come on the show. We can talk about this because this is one thing that's near and dear to my heart. But look, I'm glad that she said what she said there. You know, if you can't afford to take care of your pet or something happens, things happen in life, and I get it and I understand it. Don't throw your pet away. Try to use the resources, your social medias, as she said. Reach out to somebody to see if they can take it off your hands first.
Yes.
Make that, if you have to, make that your very, very last resort to do that. Because, these animals come, this is a life right here. I don't care what anybody says, that's a life. And they didn't ask, to be left alone or to be beaten or to undergo whatever it is that human beings does to these animals, because I've seen some cruelty that I would just love to wring somebody's neck about, to be honest with you. They don't ask for that, and that's a life. And just like a human does, every animal deserves a life as well.
Yeah.
And that should be and I think CC will agree with this, and you, Dave, and I'm sure Rick too, that should be the very last resort.
Yeah.
You need to exhaust all your resources before you do that, because you are taking a chance. And like CC said, that if you drop it off to an animal shelter of anywhere, I know some are better than others, as you said, 30 to 45 days, they're probably going to be euthanized. They can only hold so many.
Not to mention, it is super cold in our animal control during the winter.
See, and that's the other thing.
That's why I went and pulled Lisa. She was too skinny to be there. It's too cold.
And I just think it needs to, that's one of those things, like I said, that's very touching to me. And I know you know me as a softie when it comes to that kind of thing. And you can call me whatever you want. But if you have any kind of heart and you love pets, then you should feel the same way that we do.
Yeah.
And if you don't,
Absolutely.
you're just cold-hearted.
You don't need a pet.
You don't need a pet, and that's my thing right there.
Exactly.
You don't need a pet, and I'll tell you, I tell me if I'm not wrong on these stories. I've seen dogs that have been beaten half to death,
Or lived on a chain all their life.
and they still go back to their owners
Yeah.
because they're loyal. And they still love them.
so loyal.
They're so loyal. They could be beaten every day of the week, and they still love their owners. Really? But that's the way they are.
Yeah.
And it just it just irks me, man, to see that.
So
I
is there
really
a-
wish I could just save them all, Dave. I'm cat crazy right now. I can't. I'm hoping I'm gonna be taking like a 2-week break with hopefully little to no cats. Because I need a break. I'm tired, but it's like
No, and I really appreciate what you're doing, and I think the
You'll-
community does too.
You'll take your break, and they'll still be on your mind.
Oh yeah, and I'm probably not. I've been saying I'm gonna take a break. I actually said I wasn't accepting any,
Yeah.
but then I had a lot of blessings and a lot of adoptions and a lot of
That's
people.
great.
A lot of my own personal friends and family have been adopting the cats, so I did have a couple openings. But my biggest thing is like trying to find the funding for vetting, and
Yeah.
that's my main expense. Like food, I have tons of animal
Well,
food.
is there a phone number or an email or
That's a great question.
A
I don't know if you want to
Facebook
put that out there or
page.
anything.
that you would like to put out for people to contact? If they-
Just community
not necessarily
community
you,
cat
but
caregivers I share a lot of this stuff. The page is run by Michelle and myself. Like
Yeah.
I help make a lot of our like videos and stuff like that. But community cat caregivers, if you guys need help, you guys can reach out. I'm not saying we'll rescue and take a bunch of cats, but I am saying we are a hub of information about cats, and we might be able to direct you the right way.
And I'll
reach
go ahead.
out to where?
Community cat caregivers on Facebook.
Okay.
So.
And also, we always do it for everybody else. You can hit us on the spot 32091 at gmail.com.
Yeah.
We check all those messages all the time. If you need to reach out, or if you need to ask CC something and don't know how to directly get a hold of her, if you'll put that question or whatever it is that you need on the spot 32091 at gmail.com, I'll make sure, Dave will make sure, Byron will make sure that we get her that information for sure. Stay with us. I want you to stick right here. I've got a couple of other things that are going on that I want to get to before we close out the show. The Bradford Touchdown Club would like to invite everyone to their end of the season fundraiser dinner on December the 19th. It will be a fun night of getting to know our Bradford coaches with a live auction dinner, and the Ben Carter Band will be playing that night as well. You can find information on their Facebook page for tickets or on the Eventbrite website and search Bradford Touchdown Club. So if you want to go, I know the tickets are $65. It all goes back to the Bradford Touchdown Club. And if you've been following Bradford football the last 4 years, they're absolutely phenomenal. They had a great season this year. We wanted to get a little further than what we did, but hey, look, it is what it is, and we'll be back next year as well. So, also, Jingle Mingle. Celebrate the season with friends at the holiday social for individuals with IDD, which CC talked about, and that's what we're doing the car show for. Enjoy music, laughter, and festive fun in a welcoming, inclusive space. Remember that word, Rick? Came up again. Light refreshments and finger foods will be provided. That's on December the 20th after this one. 7 to 9 p.m. at the Charlie E. Johns Conference Center, 1610 North Temple Avenue, Stark, Florida. RSVP. I think it's almost too late, but I don't know if all the seats are full, so you still may want to, you can get in there. You can hit them at the ARC of Bradford County. RSVP to John to complete the form, and that's at john.williams@thearcbradford.org. john.williams@thearcbradford.org, or you can call him at 904-364-7699. Again, if you want to hang out with some of our art people, Jingle Mingle on December 20th from 7 to 9. That's what the registration will look like, and that's what you'll see on the website. All right. You know, our ROTC here at Bradford County is really good. They are involved in a lot of things. They perform at football games. They go to competitions, and it's part of our high school program. The results of the National JROTC Leadership and Academic Bowl Level 1 competition. So congratulations to both Bradford Tornado Army JROTC JLab Leadership Team A and JLAB Academic Team B, both with progress to level 2 of the JROTC Leadership and Academic Bowl competition. Teams who progress to level 3 in this competition will be asked to attend the level 3 competition in Washington, D.C. in late May. And I think they're really close to getting to that. Leader Team Ship A is Caden Shiflett, Reese Sumner, Miranda James, Caleb Richards, Nicholas Salazar, and Nicholas Blake. And on Academic Team B is Lucas Steigerwald, William Lilly, Christian Vaughn, Julia Zerloff, Mercatus Black, and Douglas Johnston. That is who's on that team. Congratulations to all you guys on the ROTC team. Won't get into any of this right now, but I do have to get in, Dave, because we need to close out the Bradford football season, right, since we didn't do it last week? Right? We need to close, yeah. So, Bradford Tornadoes went 11-2 this year. They've only lost 7 games in the last 4 years. We've made it to the regional finals 2 times. We made it to a state semifinal 1 time in this 4-year run, and we made it to a state championship game. Didn't win the state championship. We were runner-ups. Cocoa beat us that year. Matter of fact, Cocoa was the one that beat us this year in the regional finals, 17-10. Or we probably would be going to the state championship this week.
That was a close game.
That was a really
close game.
Really good game. Our boys played hard. Sometimes, you've heard me say this, and I know you've heard, sometimes there's bad matchups. And sometimes teams get in your head. And I think with Cocoa, we just know we're going to face them each and every year. They've got great athletes. They got a great team. They put a lot of players at Division I schools, at big schools. So do we now. And it's just that stigmatism. And I thought this was the year. They were on a down year, but I thought that this was the year that we was going to get them.
Yeah.
They was beating us 10-0 for 3 quarters. We come back tied at 10-10 with 3 minutes left in the ball game. We were all heartbroken, man. They went down, drove down the field, scored that touchdown on us, and our defense usually doesn't do that. And we just didn't have enough time to come back. But what a great season Coach Rodgers and that staff did. And it was really a good football game, like CC said, and a great season. There's a lot of teams in this state of Florida, Dave, that would love to be in Bradford's shoes.
I was just getting ready to say,
Yeah.
in order to get to the point to where you're going to play Cocoa or any team at that moment, you got to be pretty much excellent through the season.
Right.
And those boys were what? Going into that game 11-0?
Well, they were. They ended the season 11-2. We was
11-1 going into it.
Yeah, we was 11-1 going to it, and this is why you don't take an opponent lightly. Cocoa was 7-4 coming into that ball game. Remember, I kept saying it, but you got to look at the level of competition that those boys play down there. They play St. Thomas Aquinas, they play Lakelands, they play IMG Academies, they play all these teams that are nationally ranked in high school football, and they don't care, and that prepares them to go into that playoff and going, there ain't none of these teams that can beat us. Now, they did run into a problem with Cardinal Mooney last week, and I don't know what happened to them, but Cardinal Mooney beat them 40-0. So beat Cocoa 40-0. So, and I know there was a lot of happy Bradford fans about that.
Yeah.
Because if we would have won, we'd have played Bowles last week in Jacksonville at Bowles.
Kind of happy to see that they got beat, but the score tells me that Tornadoes could have.
Oh, absolutely could have won
them up.
Yeah, they could have. We just didn't. It was just one of those things. So Cardinal Mooney's going to play Bowles for the state championship tomorrow at 7:00. By the way.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you're interested in that, tune into the FHS network, and you can see that game if you're interested.
Playing?
Bowles and Cardinal Mooney.
Bowles and Cardinal Mooney.
I think Cardinal Mooney's going to win the game. But I'd like to see Bowles because
That's
they're
gonna
a
be
area
in
team.
Tallahassee?
That's going to be in Miami, Pitbull Stadium, down where Florida International plays.
Man.
Yeah, going to be down at Pitbull Stadium. So
David is, or Dalton.
yeah, okay, yeah, Dalton. He's probably. Hey, you tell him go check out Bowles and Cardinal Mooney. Yeah, tell him, hey man, hey, some of the local boys are playing. Just real quick on the state because I want to close out the show. Just real quick. I told you that I would go over the state championship games, what's going on. First and foremost, I want to congratulate Hawthorne, the Hawthorne Hornets, right down the road. They are the rural state champions. They beat Bluntstown 24-8 last week to win the state championship. Joey Knapp, if y'all know him, and some of the others that live over there are happy campers. Hawthorne has won the state championship 3 out of the last 4 years in the rural class. Got a good squad over there. They have an excellent squad. They have an excellent coach. They got excellent players. Congratulations to Hawthorne.
Wow.
Also, not that it means a hill of beans, really, but look, the teams that didn't make the playoffs, what they did now is they call it a FIT championship, Florida Invitational Tournament. And congratulations to Fort White. The Fort White Indians won that. They beat Port St. Joe last week as well. So they are the state champions in the FIT, which is the teams that didn't make the actual state playoffs. So congratulations to them. So that's 2 area teams that's won a state championship.
Yeah.
Of some sort.
What's that say about the area?
Well, yeah. Again, if you want to call the FIT a championship. Well, anyway, it's a championship. Hey, they played it. They got a ring. They're going to get their. Yeah, so it's good. All right, in Class 1A. So Cardinal Newman out of West Palm Beach is going to play Chaminade Badana. They are nationally ranked. Chaminade Badana is probably one of the best teams in the state, pound for pound. I like Chaminade Badana in that game. Class 5A state championship. 7:30, Lakeland versus St. Thomas Aquinas. The Lakeland Dreadnoughts against St. Thomas Aquinas. St. Thomas Aquinas is nationally ranked as well. Lakeland's always got a good football team. They won the state championship before. I'll take St. Thomas Aquinas, Dave. Who do you like there? St. Thomas Aquinas?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll take them?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. That's who I'll take too.
Only reason I say that is when we were doing all this, you pointed them out several times.
Oh, yeah, and they weren't even on the board because that's in a different class. You remember I kept saying, hey, St. Thomas Aquinas is one of the best teams in the state. They always are and always. If you ever hear of high school football, even if you don't like it, and if you don't follow it, you know St. Thomas Aquinas. Yeah, definitely. All right, so that's for the 5A. All right, on Friday, the 6A state championship, West Broward, Pembroke Pines versus West Boca Raton. Really don't care. Give me West Boca. Take that too?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take that. Class 3A state championships. I do care about this one. Not that I particularly like the school, but I do care because it's another area team. The Rains Vikings out of Jacksonville versus Miami Northwestern. This is a rematch of last year's state championship game where Miami Northwestern beat them. Let me see. They're still counting up the score now, I think. Rick, I think it was 48-0. Miami Northwestern busted their ASS.
Vikings?
Yeah, they busted the Vikings' ass last year.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're going through it again.
They're going to do it again this year. But I'm going to take Rains. I think Rains is going to find a way to win that ballgame. You want Miami Northwestern?
No, I want the Vikings.
You want the Vikings? What do you think?
Miami boy.
Miami, boy, yeah, you got to go with Miami. Okay. Hey, which is good. I hope Rains, I don't know, man. That's a good football team. And then on Saturday, December 13th, Class 4A State Championship, American Heritage Plantation versus Jones out of Orlando. American Heritage is one of the best teams in the state, nationally ranked too. Give me American Heritage. You all right with that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. And then the Class 7A State Championship, which we will not have no more. This will be the last 7A State Championship because they've redone the brackets. They put everybody in 7A into 6A and 5A, so there's only going to be 6 classes this coming up year. So that's Lake Mary versus Vero Beach. Who do you like, Dave?
I like Vero.
You like Vero in that. You know what? So do I.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. And here's the one. I left this one because this is tomorrow at 7:30. You need to tell your son. Bowles from Jacksonville versus Cardinal Mooney. You want Bowles?
I tell you, Bowles has been pretty tough.
Yeah, they got a heck of a running back, a little sophomore running back. I say small, 6'3", 235. Sophomore, built like a Greek god. He is.
Yeah.
Can run the football like the wind. But Cardinal
Can't turn away
Cardinal
from
Mooney is
that.
one of the best teams in the state, pound for pound.
Well, at any given
Yeah,
night, we
and
knock
any
down.
given night, I think it is going to be that given night. Give me Bowles. You like that pick?
Bowles is my pick.
Okay, my Bowles is my pick too.
My
Let's
pick.
see what happens. You need to tell Dave to go down there and watch it. And then I'm going to go over the classes and stuff later on. What time is it? What time we got locally?
It's
It's
time.
8:37.
8:37. Do you have some comments there that you want to read off that I may have missed? Besides, no sound there for a second, but
That's old.
yeah, she's technically the one who fixed my volume.
I don't even know where we are anymore.
All
Hold
right,
on.
you got it going on the spot.
You're always putting me on the spot, David. It's all
I
your
know
fault.
it. Okay, let's see. Who do you got? No sound.
Oh,
no
okay,
sound.
no. Mally is a very good dog. He's right.
Byron said, look at what Byron said. Hard to beat Coco and the refs. You're exactly right.
Right.
I didn't want to get into that, but yes, when the refs are from down south, down there from where that area is, I knew that there was going to be some
And then he said
shenanigans
something
going.
about Cardinal.
Lots of laughs. Cardinal Mooney. Yeah, Byron. I think Cardinal Mooney's going to win the game, but I like to see Bowles just to have an area school win something.
Yeah.
It's always down south. You're from down south? So you know how those high school teams are, man. They got some knock juggernaut. Oh, I bet. I'm telling you, man, they've got some programs down there. It's hard to beat those schools down there. You know it.
It's a fight for space.
Oh, I'm sure it is. And now, explain something to me, because this somebody had told me, all those Miami schools down there, I hear they're with like in a mile or 2 miles from each other.
yeah.
A lot of them are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, if you don't want to
Schools
play
in
for
small
this one,
space.
yeah, like if you don't want to play for this team, I can go 2 miles down the road and play for this one. They are so good, man, and they got athletes out the rear end down there. We'll tell you.
Which school's got the best?
Probably Miami Northwestern. Probably I know Miami Carroll City's good. Who else is down there? Booker T is not bad. I know that Reigns beat them pretty good. There's several schools down there, man, that are really, really good football teams down there. That's why when you hear they usually win the state championship. They got athletes. Miami Killian's down there. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you've been following us, but we have a boy that transferred from Miami Killian up here. His name is Danny Torres. We call him the Raging Bull. Danny Torres Jr. He'll be a senior next year. Great football player, but his mom and dad moved up here and transferred from Miami Killian. So yeah, he knows all those schools down there, man. They're all good, man. They're just athlete after athlete. Why do you think the University of Miami's so good? The Hurricanes, they get all the athletes. You know what I'm saying? They do. So, Dave, I'm about done, man. What do you think?
Yeah.
What else you got? You want to close out with something from your end, and then I'll just go ahead and close the show down.
Not really. We'll see you Saturday at the car
Absolutely.
show.
I wanted you to pump the
Yeah,
the
we'll
car
see
show
you
on
Saturday at the car show. Come get some awesome door prizes. See me and David. I might even have a cat. with
Okay,
me.
that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
And get ready for the parade.
Oh, yeah, and that was the other thing.
And I did see a memo. We're not going to be throwing candy again.
Oh,
Candy,
yes.
candy is going to be given out during Christmas on Call Street due to multiple accidents, not only in our county but other areas.
Yes.
And I tell you, like, I drive a tow truck for a living. I can't see a little kid picking up candy.
No, absolutely.
So we are going to be distributing candy during the Christmas on Call Street. There will be vendors and other businesses, and we'll be giving out. And I think there's also Picks with Santa or something going on.
Yep, that's exactly right. And then there's a pancake breakfast at Chrissy's on Sunday. So if you want to have pancakes with Santa Claus, you go to the downtown grill. And hey,
Maybe we'll
have
take
some
Chelsea
pancakes.
to that.
There you go.
But yeah, we'll see you guys Saturday. If you guys have any questions or anything, you can message me or David, and we'd be happy to answer it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Dave, you got any final word?
No.
On behalf, Jennifer Evelyn, thank you for joining us. And Byron, I know you came on a little bit late, but thanks for joining us. I wanted to get that in there real quick. I just wanted to say thank you,
Hey!
CC. Hey, y'all are fighting over
they're
there. Thank you,
wrestling.
CC, for coming on. I really appreciate it. Again, the car show, that's going to be magnificent.
Yeah,
Will be
we always
Saturday.
have a great time.
Yeah, we do.
Always have
Absolutely.
And I think I'm DJing this time. 'cause
Are you
my-
going to DJ this time?
Yeah, my playlist is a little more, up to date than yours. Maybe.
Why? Because you say something about my age now? Because I like old rock and
I'm
roll?
just
Yeah,
picking
yeah,
on you.
she is.
No.
But we'll both play music.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
anyway.
We might even take a couple. Last year we did some requests.
Yeah, we
Remember?
did.
We
We
did. We were
did.
taking. We
Well,
were like.
you know,
We were. It was
listen.
like we were on the radio again.
Well,
like,
you know they did say about Christmas. Remember the one lady come and said, "Hey, y'all have any Christmas music?" You
Yeah,
remember that? You remember
yeah.
that?
But did you see the party got lit whenever we were playing the Beach Boys?
Yeah, and all that
that's-
stuff. So yeah, absolutely.
I think I even have videos of like children dancing.
I wanna
and
say,
all.
I
like
think
we
you
had
do.
we had a great time. That was Christmas on Coast Shore is
well,
always fun.
and that's because who puts it on? Chrissy and those guys down there do
Yeah.
a fantastic job. The Chamber of Commerce, Pam Whittle, Chrissy Thompson, all those guys do it really.
Chrissy is always very hospitable to us
absolutely,
too.
man.
We're very lucky to have the privilege as we do with her.
Lucky to have her as the city clerk too. As
Yes,
well, so,
yeah, I think she's doing a great job. Everything
Yep.
seems very transparent with that, but
every meeting that she's at,
Yeah.
she lets y'all come in there.
I don't even have to. I don't even have to attend the meetings. I can watch them online.
Yep.
So kudos to her for doing that. I think transparency is what our county needs at this
And
point.
she preached it. She did during her campaign. She preached that. So again,
she did. She meant
she
it.
did. She
She's
did.
showing
So.
us.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining the show. Really appreciate it. We'll be back next Tuesday night. And Dave, I know that you were talking about we had another guest possibly next. Well, we'll solidify that and get that all in.
Get in touch with him again and see if he's ready.
All righty, sounds good. On behalf of the missing Byron Bagwell, Mr. Austin Stevens, who couldn't be here, if you need your weather, make sure you get with him on Austin's Weather Service. On behalf of our producer and director, Dave Holland, I'm Dave Rodgers. CC Marie here, our guest. God bless you. Have a great night and have a great rest of the week. Saturday.
Be there.
God bless. See ya.
Man, oh my God, y'all can't sit me still this long. You know I can't sit still.